This is Algebra 2 Prerequisite Skills. This is on solving equations and inequalities. So we're just going to solve for the variable, which means we need to isolate the variable. Our first equation here is a plus 4.39 is equal to 76. To isolate the a, we would have to subtract 4.39 from both sides. And so we just have to take 76 minus 4.39, and we get a is equal to 71.61. Now here, decimals are only okay to answer in, is okay here because we started with a decimal. Remember that if we do not start with decimals, your answer must be an integer or a rational number, so it must be a fraction or an integer. Second equation, negative 3/5 d is equal to 18. Two ways: you could divide both sides by negative 3/5, or because this is a fraction, you can multiply it by the reciprocal. I'm going to multiply it by the reciprocal, which is negative 5/3. Now, I can do this very quick in my head because I know my properties of fractions, and I know it's negative 30. Here's why. Because I can go 18 and 3. Well, 3 fits into 18 6 times. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Then you have 6 times negative 5 left, which is negative 30. Okay, so you want to remember those fraction skills because it will make things go quick for you. Next one, 2 times the quantity 2x plus 3 minus 3 times the quantity 4x minus 5 is equal to 22. So you have to distribute. So 2 times 2x is 4x, plus 2 times 3 is 6. Distribute the negative 3. Negative 3 times 4x is minus 12x. Negative 3 times negative 5 is plus 15. Combine like terms, so 4x minus 12x is negative 8x. 6 plus 15 is plus 21. Now you have to solve, so we'll have to subtract the 21. So we'd have negative 8x is equal to 1. And then divide by negative 8. So x is equal to negative 1/8. And you must leave that as a fraction here because our starting equation only had integers in. All right, inequalities. 7x minus 5 is greater than 6x plus 4. Recall when you do inequalities, the only thing that changes is when you add and subtract, nothing is different, but if you multiply or divide by a negative number, the sign flips. Otherwise, it's the same exact thing. So isolate the variables. So we want to subtract the 6x to get those on the same side. We're in Algebra 2, so we can do two steps at once. We're going to add the 5 to both sides as well. 7x minus 6x is x. Negative 5 plus 5 is gone. Greater than, 6x's are gone. 4 plus 5 is 9. So we have x is greater than 9. Now when we solve with inequalities, we write it three ways. First way is called set builder. Set builder is your answer written in a special way. These curly brackets mean the set of all numbers for x. This straight line means such that x is greater than 9. Okay, so that's the first way that you're going to answer it, is in set builder. Second way is on a number line. So here we have a 9. I want you to put one number above it and one number below it so that I know you know your number line. X is greater than 9 would be an open circle at 9 because it's not included, and we would shade this off to the right. Okay, so there's set builder, there's our number line, and the third way that we write this is interval notation. This is the one that we're going to start using more and more frequently. Interval notation, we look from left to right, and we go, okay, what's the first value that we see here? The first value that we see that has any markings on it is 9. So we're going to start with 9. We're going to put a parentheses by 9. The parentheses stands for the 9 is not included. Comma, and then where is this going towards? Well, this continues off to the right forever, so this is going towards infinity. Okay, and we'll do some more of those so you'll get the hang of it. So those are our three ways that we need to answer. Second one, negative m is less than or equal to m plus 4 over 9. So first off, this over 9, I don't like dealing with fractions like this, so we're going to get rid of it by timesing both sides by 9, then those 9's cancel. So now we have negative 9m is less than or equal to m plus 4. to get the m's on the same side, so we'll subtract the m. Negative 10m is less than or equal to 4. Get the m alone, so divide by negative 10. Right here we're dividing by a negative, so that means our sign flips. So it goes from a less than or equal to a greater than or equal to. Negative 4/10 simplifies down to negative 2/5. Set builder, let's put our curly brackets, m such that, our m straight line, and there we have it in set builder notation already. Okay, number line. Our solution is negative 2/5, so that's going to be right in the center. It is included, so we'll draw our circle and fill it in. One number above, one number below. So negative 1/5 would be right above, negative 3/5 would be right below. It's greater than or equal to, so we will go off to the right. Okay. Now interval, looking from left to right, the first thing we see is negative 2/5, so that's what we're going to start with. You put a square bracket, and that means included. So when you have that filled in circle or that greater than or equal to part, it's a square bracket. This is going off to the right, so we're heading towards infinity. Parentheses. Infinity will always be a parentheses by it because it's a concept, not a number. So you can't include a concept. It's always going to be not included. All right, next step. Negative 27 is less than 8m plus 5. So we want to get the 8m alone, so we're going to start by subtracting 5 from both sides. So this gives us negative 32 is less than 8m. I'll get the m alone, so we have to divide both sides by 8. Here we're dividing by a positive number, so the sign doesn't change. So if negative 4 is less than m. We want to rewrite it so that the variable is first. So we'll say m is greater than negative 4, and then we can put it in set builder by adding the curly brackets and the m such that. Okay, number line. Negative 4 is our solution, so that goes in the middle. One value above, negative 3, one value below, negative 5. It's just greater than, so we would do an open circle and then shade it off to the right. Here we start at negative 4. It's not included, so we'll do parentheses, and we're going to the right, so it's going towards infinity. Okay. We'll do one more example like this, and I'm going to change the sign to say less than or equal to here instead of greater than or equal to. Okay, so here we need to isolate our variables. We'll subtract 5d from both sides. And we can also subtract the 3. So 6d minus 5d is d. 3's cancel. Less than or equal to negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. Put this in set builder, so a curly bracket, d such that. D is less than or equal to negative 5. On the number line, negative 5 goes right in the middle. One number above, negative 4. One number below, negative 6. It is less than or equal to, so our circle at negative 5 will be shaded in. And less than means we will be going off to the left because those are all the values that are less than. Okay. Now here for interval, the values to the left are shaded in, so that would be negative infinity. Comma, we're going to negative 5, and negative 5 is included, so we'll put the square bracket. Okay, got a couple more examples here. Negative 1/4 y is greater than or equal to 2. So to get rid of this negative 1/4, we could times both sides by negative 4. Now since we're timesing by a negative, the sign will flip. So this would be y is less than or equal to negative 8. Put it in set builder, so y such that y is less than or equal to negative 8. So on a number line, negative 8's right in the middle. One number above, negative 7. One number below, negative 8. So we would have a closed circle at negative 8, and this is going off to the left because it is less than or equal to. Now we're off to the left, so that means we are starting at negative infinity for interval, and we are ending at negative 8, and negative 8 is included, so we'll put a square bracket. So those are our three solutions. All right, we also should be able to solve each equation or formula for a given variable. So isolating one particular variable. So here we have a equals 2b, c, and we want to solve this for b. Well, to solve for b, we want to isolate the b. So to get this b alone, we'd have to divide by 2c. So b would be equal to a divided by 2c. So you're just picking one of the variables and you're isolating it. You're just viewing everything else as integers. Okay. Y equals ab over cd. We want to solve this for d. Well, first off, to solve this for d, we need to get this d out of the denominator. So I'm going to times both sides by cd. Those cancel on the right-hand side, and now we have cdy is equal to ab. To get your d alone, we have to divide by cy. So d here is equal to ab divided by cy. All right, we'll do one last one. A equals b over b minus 4 for b. Now we do have b in two different locations here, but we definitely need it out of the denominator. So to get it out of the denominator, we would times both sides by b minus 4. So those b minus 4's cancel. So we have a times b minus 4 is equal to b. Now we need to get both these b's on the same side. So we're going to have to distribute the a first. So we'll have a times b minus 4a equals b. I'm just going to rewrite this up here so we can show our work. Now we have to get the b's on the same side, so we'll minus the ab. So now we have negative 4a is equal to b minus ab. We need the b alone. So see that I have a b in common, so I'm going to take that b out. So I have negative 4a is equal to b. If I take the b out of b, I have 1 left, minus the b out of ab is a. And then to get the b alone, I'd have to divide by 1 minus a. So here my b is now alone, and it is left with negative 4a over 1 minus a. So anytime you have that variable located in two spots and you can't combine them because they don't have like terms, you're going to have to take that GCF out to get it alone.